Sunday, September 17th, 2028. My 1 p.m. appointment should be arriving soon. Hi there, it's me, Lexi. Hello, Lexi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Sorsha Jamie. Before we start, I just want you to know that this is your space, and you can take your time. There is no rush or pressure to say everything perfectly. Okay. I know that first sessions can be a little awkward, but that's normal. We need the chance to get to know each other. Please, sit down and make yourself comfortable. Yeah, I'm just not really sure where to start. I have a lot of issues, and some of them I don't think you'll believe or know where to start with. Maybe we can talk a bit about your life in general. Who do you live with, and who are your friends? Well, I live with my mom, Linnea, my younger brother Cole, who is 14, and our dog Nala. My best friend is Nia. We've known each other since kindergarten, and we share everything with each other. It's a good thing that you have so many good people in your life. But is there anything in your life that is causing problems with them? I've had problems going on in my head, and have been through events that have been a lot to process. When you say a lot, what does that look like for you? It means, I have a lot of feelings in my head that won't go away. How long have you had these feelings? Honestly, since August of last year. Because something terrible happened. And I have finally realized that it has really been taking its toll on me. Was it something traumatic? Last year, it was Nia's 17th birthday. But on that day, Nia got kidnapped by a scientist. The scientist thought that Nia had time-traveling powers. However, she was rescued by the police, and survived. If they had not come at that same time, the scientist would have killed Nia. She survived, but I feel super guilty, because I didn't even notice that she was gone. I should have noticed something was wrong, but I didn't. And that I could have done more to help her. Oh, yeah. I heard about that happening on the news. That must have been really frightening for everyone involved. And for you, it sounds like it stuck with you in a deeper way. It was all because I couldn't recognize my best friend was in danger. I should have done more to protect her. I was stupid. I don't think you were. When you look back on that day, do you remember noticing anything that clearly pointed to something being wrong? No. That's the problem. It all seemed normal. So at the time, there wasn't anything obviously wrong that stood out to you. And yet now, you're holding yourself responsible as if there was. It feels like I failed her. The moment I saw her at her house, I should have known it wasn't her. What do you mean by that? Nothing. I meant that I should have gone to her house, and noticed she wasn't there. The thing is, Nia was being stalked by this woman for several months. That adds more context. It sounds like this wasn't completely out of nowhere for you. Yeah. She told me about the stalking. But we never told anyone else about it. We were afraid we wouldn't be believed or taken seriously. But I should have. That had to have been terrifying, Lexi. When you think back, what do you believe you should have done differently? I should have checked on her more. Gone over. Really look into her eyes, and made sure she was okay. And made it so that Chelsea never has the opportunity to do that ever without a fight from me. It sounds like you're expecting yourself to have acted on information that, at the time, didn't point clearly to that outcome. Now that it's hindsight, you feel like you could have done more. That feeling makes sense. When something serious happens, our minds try to go back and rewrite our role in it. Sometimes that thought gives us a sense of control after the fact, even if it's painful. The worst part is that it actually did happen. Nia did die. Chelsea killed her, went to jail, and we lost her. But then, I went back. I made it so it didn't happen. I did find out how to stop it. And I still feel guilty. Can you explain what you mean by that? I thought you said she was alive. There was a different version of things. I was stuck there for a week. She died and I couldn't fix it. I woke up every day knowing she was gone and there was nothing I could do. I tried everything. Lexi, I need you to be honest with me, if we are going to work together. Earlier you said that Nia had survived, and now you're saying that she died. Which one is it? Yes, because both situations have happened. The reason why is because what I mentioned earlier, about Nia and I being time travelers. It was true. Chelsea was trying to kidnap us and steal our powers. I know you won't believe me, but that is what I remember. Chelsea had half of the powers, and changed the timeline. I stopped her from changing it and made it back to the way it was, except I called the police just in time to save her. I hear you, Lexi. I understand that this feels completely real to you, and I can see how intense it must have been. Even if I can't verify the details, what I can work with is how much it affected you. We can work with your fear, your guilt, and the responsibility you feel. But it did happen. I lived it. I understand that. From your perspective, it was real, and your mind and body responded as if it were. That experience left an imprint on you, and that's what we can focus on. So, you do believe me? Or do you think I'm delusional? I'm not dismissing your experience, Lexi. I'm acknowledging that it felt real and that it had consequences for you emotionally. That's important. What matters right now is helping you process the fear, guilt, and anxiety it created, so it doesn't control you. But the thing is, I saved her. I should feel proud and relieved, but instead I feel guilty. Relief can be complicated when guilt and fear are still present. Even though the outcome was positive, your mind is holding on to the responsibility and the trauma of what could have happened. That's normal, and it's something we can work through together. I just don't want to feel like I failed. You did what you could with what you knew and the time you had. Let's focus on understanding and carrying that experience, rather than punishing yourself for it. Thank you. One of the reasons I was so afraid to do this, and kept putting it off, was because I was so afraid of what you would say. That you would call me crazy, or think that I'm pranking you. The last therapist I tried, said that to me. So thank you. My job isn't to judge or call anyone crazy. My job is to listen, to understand your experience, and to help you work with how it's affecting you. What happened with your last therapist sounds painful. It makes sense that you'd be hesitant to open up again. I appreciate your trust in telling me, and I'll do my best to make sure this space stays safe for you to speak honestly, without fear of being dismissed. You don't have to carry it alone anymore. Even if what happened seems impossible to others, the emotions you're experiencing are very real, and we can work on those together. I guess. That makes sense.
This is such a peaceful day. I know, I love our weekend walks together, you know that? Looking out onto the Pacific Ocean with you, it's amazing. I love you so much. Why?
You don't deserve this. You ripped apart our family and ruined my life. You should be alone, with nobody.
Hey, is everything okay? You got quiet there for a second. No, everything is okay, I swear. I just spaced out. Oh, okay. Let's go to your mom's diner and get something to eat. How about that? Sounds good. You know, I haven't fully introduced you to my family, have I? You should meet them. My mom, my stepdad, my stepbrother, and our sister. I sort of know your stepbrother Ethan, you know, as Nia's ex-boyfriend. We were sort of friends before he dumped her. Oh yeah, well, he's actually gotten a lot better ever since he and Jill broke up. I'm not entirely sure why they broke up, but he's less of a jerk. It goes to show how much of a bad influence Jill had on him. But he's not a bad guy. It's weird that happened right after I was kidnapped by those villains. Must have been a coincidence. Good thing the Timescapers dealt with it. Yeah, good thing they dealt with it. Wait a second, Nia and Lexi were the Timescapers, and Jill was Manipulatrix. Ethan was helping her, and you never told me. How dare you keep this huge secret from me? Come on over to my house. I can't wait for you to finally meet them.
Wyatt, you didn't tell me that you'd be here today.
Well, Mom, I wanted Mason to finally meet you. I never really bring him around much. We mainly would be together at school, and then after everything that happened last year, he didn't have time. But yeah, this is Mason. Mason Jenkins.
Hi there, Mason. It's so nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you from Wyatt. It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Cindy.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Larson.
Actually, it's Mrs. Benedict now, since I remarried. Wyatt still has the last name of his biological father.
Oh, I see. Sorry, Mrs. Benedict.
Don't worry about it, Sugar. By the way, Sugar, I'm so sorry about what happened last year, with your parents kicking you out and all that.
That's okay, Mrs. Benedict. I have a much better family now.
I just want you to know that what they did, it ain't a reflection of God's love for you. Not one bit. You see, God's love. It's patient, it's kind, and it don't care about who you love or how you love him. What they did, well, that's human fear and hurt speaking, not God's heart.
I appreciate it, thank you.
You are precious, honey, in his eyes. Always have been, always will be. And any church or preacher telling you otherwise ain't him talking, that's people talking. And Lord knows, people make mistakes.
You're very kind, ma'am. You know, that's the first time I've heard something religious that hasn't made me fearful or anxious in a long time. At my church, it was all very scary. Don't do this, don't do that, or you're going to hell for all eternity. And don't question it.
Oh, Sugar. I'm sorry you had to hear all that. That ain't how it's supposed to be, not the way God meant it. What church was it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's nothing. Just don't worry about it. Just a Catholic church.
Darling, it's okay. You don't need to be ashamed of where you've been. But if you're willing, I'd love for you to come with me next Sunday. We got sermons that don't scare folks. They talk about love, acceptance, grace, Sugar. Real, feel it in your heart kind of stuff. No guilt tripping or threats. And you can come as you are. How about that?
Maybe. I think I'd like that. Really. That'll be great. And after church, we always have a big Sunday dinner, where the whole family comes. You could come if you want. I'd love that. You never told me your mom was Southern. Oh yeah, my mom and my bio dad moved here from Texas when my mom was pregnant with me. They were looking for a fresh start and to start a business. That's how they started Larson's Lunch House. You know, before my dad decided to secretly get involved in drug trafficking, then getting arrested. Then she divorced his ass and decided to run it by herself. Sorry for the brief trauma dump. Oh no, I'm sorry that happened. That must have been horrible. It was 9 years ago. I'm over it. We can both be traumatized messes right now. It's okay. Sometimes I feel guilty myself. Like I ruined my parents' lives when I left them. You shouldn't. It's not your fault. Logically, I know that. But sometimes there's a voice in my head telling me everything I am doing is wrong. I suppose years of being told that there is a God constantly watching your every move, and that you will go to hell for doing anything they don't want you to do, that will do that to you. Yeah, it's true. But I am excited to meet your family and see what a more positive church environment will be like. You know, before my family went off the deep end, I remember church could be fun. It's kind of comforting sometimes when it's not being awful. Personally, I'm not sure if I believe in it that much. But it makes my mom happy, and the community aspect of it is really nice. That's true. You know, I'm kind of excited to go next week. I've never thought I'd step foot in a church again after I left my parents. But I really owe it to myself to be better people than they were.
So, how did therapy go for you today? It was really good to get a lot of what has happened over the past few years off my chest. When I told Dr. Jamie about our time travel powers, I was afraid she wouldn't believe me. But she didn't mock me or say I was lying. Instead, she tried to focus on how she could help me. I'm not sure if she believed me, but she genuinely wanted to help. I'm so proud of you, Lexi. I know that the first time we tried to find a therapist didn't work out, but at least we time traveled back and chose a different one this time. We should use time travel to get revenge on Dr. Smythe, who did make fun of me. We're not doing that. I know, it just sounds very satisfying. Anyway, our next session is next week on Sunday, and I actually asked her if you could come along with us, and she said you could. I was thinking that we could actually show her proof of being time travelers so that she can truly believe us. I'm willing to do so if it gets her to believe you, and gets you proper treatment. I really don't want you to have to suffer anymore from this. Well, learning that the timeline where you did get killed is somehow still in existence really threw me for a loop. I just couldn't face knowing that those consequences have still happened, regardless of whether or not it's this universe. This also raises suspicions on my end. Like, do we create a new alternate universe every time we time travel? Or is it just this one? I always thought that every time we time traveled, the changes we made would overwrote the old timeline. This does open a new can of worms. And it means we have to be extra careful with our powers. We may be messing with people's lives in more ways than we think. Sunday, September 24th. 1 week later. All right, Mason, I am letting you do this because you said Wyatt's family is nice. But if they, or anyone in that church gives you any problems, I am one phone call away.
Mrs. Thompson, I'll be okay. Believe me, I met his mom the other day, and she was very lovely.
I know, but you and religion have never had the best track record. I just don't want to see you get hurt. That's all.
Ready to meet my family? Ready as I'll ever be. You've met my mom and my stepbrother Ethan. My stepfather is Parker, and my younger sister is Natalie. My stepdad is kind of stoic. Doesn't show much emotion, but he means well. Well, now I see where Ethan gets it from. Oh, his dad is much more stoic than he is, trust me.
Hey there, Mason, honey, it's nice to see you again.
It's nice to meet you, Mason. And this is my son, Ethan, though I've heard you know him. And mine and Cindy's daughter, Natalie.
Yeah, nice to see you again, Mason. Hi, Ethan. Considering what happened the last time we talked, this is kind of awkward. No, honestly, I think you were right. Jill was not the right girl for me. She didn't love me for real, she just wanted to steal her rival's boyfriend. And I don't want to be with someone like that. I need to find someone who does like me.
Hi there, Mason. Good to meet you. You look familiar though. I feel like you had a white beard and were wearing red the last time I saw you.
Oh yeah, 2 years ago, Mason was dressed up as Santa Claus at Hernandez Groceries.
Oh yeah, well, I was only 9 back then. Now I'm 11, way too mature to believe in Santa Claus. I'm basically an adult.
Natalie, you are by definition not an adult.
All right, y'all, let's settle down and get ready for the sermon.
Beloved audience, I want to start simple this morning. You are loved. Not the polished, perfect version of you. Not the version that never stumbles or never doubts. I mean you, as you are, right now, sitting here with whatever you carried in through those doors. You are loved. There's a passage that says, perfect love casts out fear. And I think some of us have heard plenty about fear. Fear of getting it wrong. Fear of not measuring up. Fear that if we ask too many questions, we might lose everything. But that kind of fear doesn't come from God. Because fear builds walls. Love tears them down. If your experience of faith has been heavy, like a weight on your chest. If it has made you feel small, or ashamed, or like you had to hide parts of yourself just to be accepted, then I am deeply sorry. That is not the heart of God. God does not call you into hiding. God calls you into the light, just as you are. Jesus spent his time with people who had been pushed out, talked about, told they didn't belong. And he didn't stand at a distance. He sat with them. He ate with them. He listened to them. He loved them before they ever changed a thing. And that is how we should treat our fellow man. That was really nice. I'm not religious, but I'm glad to see a different perspective and that there are kinder people out there. I'm glad you liked it. Let's go to Sunday dinner now.
My ship went down in a sea of sound. When I woke up alone, I had everything. A handful of moments I wished I could change, and a tongue like a nightmare that cut like a blade. In a city of fools, I was careful and cool, but they told me